kids, Shubha Mangalam. This is Hemalata at Little Scholar High School taking up class 9th biology, and in our previous class we have seen about the few cell organelles, and we have discussed about difference between cytoplasm or protoplasm and all, and we have seen about the endoplasmic reticulum, wherein we have discussed about smooth endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum, lysosomes, Golgi apparatus and all. Yes or no, children? Now, today we shall move to the next cell organelle, that is one of the important cell organelle of a cell, that is mitochondria. And you have heard this word right from your primary class, I mean at least from 6th class or 6th class children, okay? Mitochondria. And what we normally refer mitochondria as, we refer it as a powerhouse. Yes, we are already refer the mitochondria as a powerhouse of a cell. Yes or no, children? Now we shall see why it is called as a powerhouse of a cell. Before that, let us just go to the structure of the mitochondria and see what exactly it is. Now this is the diagram which represents the mitochondria, the structure of the mitochondria when we look under the microscope. And this is like the structure which has been given by the scientists when they have observed under the microscope. Okay, children? And one more point which I want to tell here before we start going to the structure of the mitochondria. Whenever you want to observe the mitochondria under the microscope, there is one chemical substance which you have to use to observe this particular cell organelle, and that is Janus green. Okay, Janus B green. Okay, now that Janus B green, it has been given on your page number 7, that is activity 2, children. Why I am mentioning this is because this Janus green B is one of the chemical substance which is used to trace out or find out the mitochondria, and it can be one of your 1 mark question. Okay, children? Now let us go into the mitochondria. Now, how does a mitochondria looks like? It is small, spherical, cylindrical or oval in shape. So how does it they are the small dotted like structure. The mitochondria are like, whenever you look into the cell, they are dispersed in the cytoplasm. Yes or no, children? And we have seen that they are the small dotted like structure, but how they are actually, what are the different shapes they can be? They are small, spherical, cylindrical and oval in shape. And we have already learned about the nucleus, and we said that cytoplasm is differentiated into protoplasm and the nucleoplasm. Yes or no? So in general we are referring the word cytoplasm, wherein they are scattered, and how does they look like? They are small in nature, they are spherical, cylindrical and oval in nature. Now we said that mitochondria referred as powerhouse of cell. Yes or no? And why are we referring mitochondria as powerhouse of cell? Because they undergo cellular respiration. What mitochondria are one of the organelles which undergo cellular respiration. Now what do you understand by cellular respiration? See, our body requires energy to work, children. Yes or no? So until and all the cells which are present in the body, they have to gain the energy. Yes or no? So to gain the energy, each cell has to undergo the cellular respiration. Okay, children? And especially this happens when you are, and we have already discussed that the number of cell organelles may vary from one part to the other. But as I said, in Golgi bodies, like when they are mostly the one which are secreting, in secretion, they are play a vital role in secretion. Yes or no? So when it comes to mitochondria, we are referring it as powerhouse of the cells, and the mitochondria are available more in number in the cells which are present in the legs and all, because whenever you go for lot of running, usually the athletes and all, they need lot of energy. Yes or no, children? So these mitochondria will undergo a lot of cellular respiration, and that is how providing the energy to the athlete. Okay, so hence we call mitochondria, or we refer mitochondria as powerhouse of cell because of the cellular respiration. Okay. Now if we go into the structure, the mitochondria are membranous. They have membranes. Okay, we already know that each cell is made up of its own membrane, and the cell organelles which are present in the cell have their own membrane boundaries. Yes or no? So here mitochondria is made up of a outer membrane and inner membrane. Okay children, the mitochondria is made up of outer membrane and the inner membrane, but the inner membrane is getting protruding into folds. The inner membrane is turning or protruding into folds, and these folds we refer as cristae. Okay children, the inner membrane which is turning into folds, we refer these folds as cristae, and in between these foldings you have certain substance, okay, some material is present, and that we refer as matrix. Okay, in the exam they may give you simply the arrows like this, and they may ask you to label it. Usually the students get confused between the cristae and the matrix. You just make it clear one point, that the membranes which are getting folded, that is cristae, and the matter or the material which is present in between this foldings, that is referred as matrix. Done children? Now when we look at the mitochondria, it has some length and breadth children. Okay, when we talk about the length, it is 2.8 microns. Okay, when we talk about the length of the mitochondria, it is 2.8 microns, and when we talk about its breadth, it is 0.5 micron. We always measure the cells and all, these are the small units. Microns are the small units of measurement. Okay, so what is the length and breadth? 2.8 microns, 0.5 micron. Done. Now the mitochondria are 150 times smaller than the nucleus. We have already studied the nucleus, which, yes or no, which has the chromatin material, the genetic material, which is transferred from generation to generation. Okay, so the mitochondria is 150 times smaller than the nucleus. Done. Then they are present in 100 to 150 each cell. There are many cells. Yes or no children? So many cells are there. In each cell we find somewhere around 100 to 150 in each cell. Okay, now I have already said that it is a double membrane layer, wherein the outer one is just protecting the internal components, and the inner one is turning into folds. This is about the mitochondria. Here the important things as such what you need to remember in general is, of course, it is the entire mitochondria, but exam point of view they may ask you the measurements, and then why it is called as the powerhouse of the cell, because it is undergoing cellular respiration, and the labeling like cristae and matrix. Okay children, now we shall move to the next organelle, that is ribosomes. Okay, now when we talk about the ribosomes, they are the small particles, they are the very small particles which are again scattered in the cell. Okay, now they are made up of what? The ribosomes are made up of RNA and proteins. This can be again one of the question. Ribosomes are made up of RNA and proteins, and how many types they are? The ribosomes are two types, that is 70S and 80S. Okay children, now as I said earlier, they are scattered, they are normally freely scattered in the cytoplasm. Okay, now here attached one is in rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now when we have discussed about the endoplasmic reticulum, we have seen that uh, there are rough endoplasmic reticulum we are referring, so because the ribosomes are present on the endoplasmic reticulum, and these are the site of protein synthesis. Yes, so when the ribosomes are present on the endoplasmic reticulum, we are referring it as rough endoplasmic reticulum. That means the ribosomes, few of the ribosomes are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, and few are scattered in the cytoplasm, and they are the sites of protein synthesis. Okay children, now this is about the ribosomes, again one of the cell organelle. Now let us move to the vacuole. Okay children, now whenever we talk about the vacuole, now this is also one of the important I mean all the cells are important. Let us discuss one of them now. Vacuole. Now we said that the vacuole are the spaces which are present. These are the empty spaces. We can refer them as the empty spaces. And when we discussed about the animal cell and the plant cell, we said that in animal cell, plant cell, okay children, plant cell, animal cell and plant cell, the vacuole are very small in animal cell, but whereas in plant cell they occupy the major portion. And in higher plants, if you move to the higher plants, they may occupy almost the maximum 90 to more than 90% of the cell space. Okay, now these vacuoles are, they are filled with what children? They are the one which are filled with some liquid. Okay, they are fluid filled sac like structure. How do we refer vacuole? We refer vacuole as fluid filled sac like structure. And they are, this fluid is nothing but it is made up of water, minerals and salt. Okay, then they maintain the turbo pressure and they export the unwanted substances. What two more points we need to talk about vacuole is they maintain the turbo pressure. Turbo pressure is the pressure which is created on the cell, but because of this vacuole, it is able to maintain the structure of the cell or a organism or a plant, we can say. Okay, it is able to withstand the external pressure. Then it is also helpful in exporting the unwanted substances. Very small topic regarding the vacuole. Now let us move to chloroplast. Okay children, chloroplast, this all of you know that chloroplast is one of the important organelle which is playing an important role in the process of photosynthesis. And this is the place where the green color pigment called chlorophyll is present, and they play an important role in the process of photosynthesis. And this is the pigment which is making the plants to look green in color. This much knowledge we had in our previous class. Okay, now whenever we look into the chloroplast structure, again it is made up of membranes. Every organ has its own membrane children. Okay, like we all the cell, we said that it is covered with cell membrane, yes or no? Because inside the cell membrane only all these different kinds of organelles are present. Okay, but at the same time each organelle has its own boundary, yes or no? So that is, again here we say that chloroplast is made up of outer membrane and the inner membrane. Now again it is made up of grana and stroma. Now see the small block what we discuss here, the grana is the small block like structure which we are referring as. These are the grana. Okay, like how do they look? Like coin, a single coin. Okay, when these coins are arranged one above the other, then we refer it as a thylakoid. So each grana we can consider is at a single coin, and when they are arranged, then we can refer it as thylakoid. Okay, then, and what is the importance of grana? Grana plays an important role in absorbing the solar energy and converting the solar energy into the chemical energy, which is essential and the first step for the photosynthesis to start. That means grana plays a vital role in the process of photosynthesis, that is light reaction. That is the where does the light reaction takes place? It is the grana. That means photosynthesis, we have light reaction and dark reaction children. You will coming to know in this in 10th class. Okay, and the place where the light reaction is taking place is grana. And why we are saying so? Because the grana are the one which absorbs the solar energy and convert this energy into the chemical energy for the initiation of the photosynthesis. Done. Now as I said earlier, all the coins, like they are piled up, then we refer it as thylakoid. And the matter which is present, which is scattered inside the membrane of the chloroplast, that material we are referring is as stroma. And here this is the place where dark reaction takes place. Stroma is the place where the dark reaction is taking place. Okay children, so this is the importance of the chloroplast. And naturally this is the side, because of the presence of the pigment called chlorophyll, the leaves are getting that green color. Okay, now three types. Now this, how it is looking, children, it is actually oval in shape. Okay, then what they have, different shapes actually. They have disc, oval, ladder shape, spirally, coiled. It depends, the shape depends even upon the size of the plant, and all. As the size increases of the plant, the shape also varies in the chloroplast. Okay, then what is the diameter of the chloroplast? It is 4 to 10 micron. The diameter of the chloroplast is 4 to 10 microns. Okay, now as I said earlier, traps solar energy and converts into chemical energy. Now here we have to talk about, this is the shape like disc, oval, ladder, or spirally coiled. Okay, children, it can be filaments, like if you see the algae, Spirogyra, like on all these simple organisms,